Hello, I am the world best Shaco player, Matt King. I'm gonna introduce myself first. I have been challenger in Korea for 3 years, and my peak rank was 80th in Korea. And I also reached rank 8 in EUW C1 when I was in Europe last year. That means that I can reach rank 10 plus in any survey except Korea, only with Shaco, and it is the proof of my title, world best Shaco player. Maybe that's why you clicked my video. I am the creator of the route which invaded enemy red after planting 3 box in blue. I heard that a lot of Shaco players are using my route in US, and I appreciate that. So I'm going to show you a different pass than mainly and 15-1 split as challenger in Korean 7. My first language is English, so even if my English skill isn't good enough for you, I hope you to be generous. First, this is my rune build of Shaco. Most important thing is to use 6 sense. It is really important to use my 2-level invade play. While you're heading to enemy red, knowing enemy had a vision or not is one of the most important thing in invade play. Hollow blades and sudden infect runes are always fixed, and to choose Treasure Hunter or Rentless Hunter depends on you. If you want more gold in early pace, choose Treasure Hunter. And if you want more movement speed, choose Rentless Hunter. I usually use Rentless Hunter when I use Inspiration Rune Page as a assistant, and I use Treasure Hunter when I use Precision Rune Page as an assistant. Most of the time, I use Inspiration Rune Page as assistants because Cosmic Insight is important in early phase invade. It not only reduces your smite cooldown, but also reduces your ignite cooldown. That means it also makes your assassination more frequently in late phase. Also, when you adopt it Red Plus Hunter, magical footwear makes your gold management much easier. I use Precision Rune only when it is hard to win 1vs1 with enemy jungle at 2 to 3 level. Only use this rune page when you met Nocturne or Volibear. If enemy comp is strong enough to come invade at level 1, and enemy jungle is Karsus, Mastery, or Nidalee, use this rune page. But if it is not, you can use the Inspiration rune versus Karsus, Mastery, Nidalee also. You should also use Legend Alakri rune and choose between Cupped Grace and Cut Down. When you use this rune page, you should use Tresante because you don't have magical footwear in this rune page. Next, this is my item build of Shaco. I only use Ghostwalker Hatchling as jungle item because I think movement speed is one of the most important thing for Shaco. You also need to buy House Potion in level 1 because you're most likely to fight with enemy jungle or at least enemy laners before first recall. Go Yomu's Ghostblade as a first item, and then you should choose your second item between Infinity Edge, Serpent's Fang, Edge of Night, or Cyclo Sword. I go Infinity Edge as my second item. 91 game per 106 game last patch. Buying Serpent's Fang as second item is to crush enemy shield when enemy has more than 3 shields. For example, Barrier Kaisa plus mid-range champion who bought Archangel's Staff, or Barrier ADC plus Lulu Support. Buy Edge of the Night as second item only when enemy mid picked Twisted Fate. You don't need to buy this when he bought AD item. I only buy Cycle Sword as second item when I always don't have enough money to buy BF Sword when I recall after buying Ghostblade. It is super rare. As third item, if you didn't buy Infinity Edge as second item, buy Infinity Edge. Only if enemy comp is Twisted Fate plus Barrier, buy Serpent's Fang and Edge of the Night Boss. If you bought Infinity Edge as a second item, you should choose between Dominic, Collector, Cycle Sword, Serpent's Fang, and Edge of the Night. I usually pick Dominic because most of enemy comps have tankies and a lot of jungle champions or bruiser, like Lee Sin or Xin Zhao. If you need cooldown reduction and damage boost, an enemy doesn't have many health point, buy Cyclo Sword as third item. And if you don't need cooldown reduction and only need damage, if enemy can't touch you when you go for assassination once, like no crowd control or no assassination champs, buy Collector. If enemy has a lot of show skills but it wasn't enough to go Serpent's Fang as a second item, buy it as a third item. Last, if enemy has a lot of crowd control skills and has a lot of assassinate champions, buy Edge of Night as third item. After third item, you can buy items that you didn't buy, or you can buy Guardian Angel if you are the key person in your team. I usually use Berserker's Greaves as my shoes. It makes up low attack speed of Inspiration Rampage, and the price of dagger is really reasonable and easy to buy between other items. If your wallet is full enough to buy Infinity Edge or BF Sword or something for Infinity Edge, buy that. But high price of ingredient of Infinity Edge and Infinity Edge itself makes your decisions harder. For example, if you have 1,700 gold after Ghostblade, you don't need to rotten your 400 gold. You can just buy BF Sword plus Dagger plus Control Ward. If you have 1,200 gold, you should buy Pickaxe, Dagger, and Control Ward. And Dagger makes your choice easier because if you don't have enough money for a core item, you can just sell Dagger and buy it later. If enemy comp is all AD or full of AP, buy Plated Spellcaps or Mercury's Thread each. Now it's time to introduce my new pass. I'll show you the blue team first. You should put your first box here in 50 seconds. Second box here. And you can put your last box in 1 minute and 21 seconds. And then you should run to the enemy raptor. If you don't run directly to enemy raptor, your big raptor will not move to this box. It'll move like this. So you should run directly to enemy raptor. So when you arrive at enemy raptor, you can check enemy raptor at 1 minute 37 seconds. And you will become 2 level at 1 minute 41 seconds. So when you arrive at enemy raptor, and if enemy jungle is taking raptor as a force camp, enemy jungle should use smite to take this camp. That means that you can take enemy rat and crocs for sure, because enemy jungle doesn't have smite. After that, you can choose to go home or defend our red and bottom, or gank mid or top. I usually choose to defend our red or bottom, but if matchup of top lane is sensitive, or HP of both mid laners are low, I choose to gank top or mid. Regardless of what I said, if our bottom got beaten by enemy bottom, so enemy has a chance to dive bottom, I just recall after the red and croc, because bottom dive in 2 to 3 level is super critical in this game. If our mid top put ward here, so you have vision of enemy raptor, and enemy jungle is taking raptor as first camp, you can wait here to become 2 level, and use Q into enemy raptor and take big one with your smite, and hit enemy jungle hard. It means enemy jungle is level 1 and his HP is low. You can take all enemy jungles red camp. In this case, if your mid laner is pushing lane or at least not pushed by enemy mid laner, you can this seat here to go to enemy blue jungle and chase enemy jungle level 1 until he recalls. If it is hard to do that because enemies mid bottom lane is pushing, just take enemies red and croc and recall. It makes enemy CS 16 and your CS 32 plus at 4 minutes because enemy jungle can't take anything but his blue caps or and scuttles. If our bottom and mid laner are pushing, you can make his CS as 12 because you can also take scuttles near from dragon. If enemy is taking red as his force camp, congratulations. Enemy can never take his force camp because you're level 2 and enemy is level 1. And at that moment, enemy face you, your Shaco HP of red will be 900 to 1100. That means he can't do anything to take red camp, even with his might. If enemy jungle is alive after this, you can use this pass to chase level 1 enemy jungle. If enemy jungle starts blue side, ward here during you are taking red camp, and take Krog also. As you know that you are not caught by enemy vision because of the sixth sense, enemy jungle will naturally come to Raptor, and that means when you punch him, he should use flash or give 300 goals for us. If enemy jungle starts blue and you cut by enemy vision during your invade, take red, croc, and raptor. Your raptor is cleared by box, so enemy can't reach 4 level. That means that you can fight wherever you want. And your raptor is cleared at 1 minute 40 seconds. That means it will respawn at 4 minute 10 seconds. But as you take enemy red, croc, and then raptor, enemy's respawn time will be quite annoying for enemy jungle. If bottom seems to be sensitive, there is a way that you go base after taking Krog and fight the enemy jungle in enemy blue side, since enemy jungle should take those camps, and you have one more longsword than enemy jungle has. In red team, you should put your box here, here, and then here. Other routine is same as blue team, but you don't need to recall after Crocs most of the time, because diving top isn't that critical as diving bottom. Thank you for watching my video. I made this video because some people who don't know Korean language wanted my video as English or wanted English subtitles. If this video seems to be useful to you, please help me by subscribing my channel, push like on this video, and share this to English League of Legends community so that I can make another video for Shaco players who use English. Next video will be my solo rank video. Thank you.